Fáilte. So I'm doing a quick video today just for patrons only because I wanted to explain, I suppose, and figure out exactly where I'm at and let you know about how I'm thinking of moving forward. So for the story element of my Patreon every month, for some reason, I think it's because I have so many book projects, right? But for some reason, I am just really, I feel tapped out creatively for being able to actually sit down and write stories. It's just not where my head is at right now. All of my writing is nonfiction, and I just don't have it, right? So for the last 6 months, it has been a real chore to just churn out a story. And I feel like I'm not doing my best work anyway. And when I'm looking back on my earlier stories, they feel better. So I've been thinking about it. So the story element is the $3 element. So this is going to be available to my $3 and above patrons. So what I was thinking is, I would like to maybe do a video where I read one of my old stories and keep that patron exclusive for a month. So go back through, and I'm wondering, will that help to maybe re-inspire me if I actually, I know it sounds weird, but going back over my own work that I actually was proud of and that was quite good, or felt was good, might it kind of reinvigorate me, and I might get some stories out of that. I don't know. And if I do end up writing some stories as part of that process, I will throw them in to your monthly rewards as bonuses, okay? But I figure if I'm reading a story every month, then you're still getting a story, obviously, but you're also getting the audio version of it, so it's a new version. And yeah, so I'm still going to keep doing the journeys. I'm enjoying the journeys, and the site visits. Then, of course, well, this month, April 2020, it's going to be quite difficult to do. It's impossible to do a site visit right now. It is, but I have something in the bag, so I'm going to. People are not going to get nothing, but I was looking through my content, and there's a lot of stuff up here anyway. I think there's 40 site visits, so I don't think that people who I know that there are people who have gone through every single bit of content on here. I know that there are a lot of people who haven't, but for April, just with the month that's in it, we're just going to have to do our best and get on with things. But of course, if anybody doesn't want to be a Patreon at the end of any of this, I will absolutely understand that too, okay? And I'm wondering as well about adding in patron Q&A, but I don't know where that would fit, and doing a video every month that is specifically a Patreon meetup, maybe. So if you have any ideas about that, or where that would fit with the rewards, or should it be a new tier, or what, I'm not sure if I want well, I actually kind of do want to do that, because we're doing our live at fives and through April with the Irish Pagan School, and I'm really enjoying those. So something like that just for the Patreon tribe might be pretty cool. And I also was talking with John this morning about over on his Patreon, which is patreon.com/Dagda, for anybody who's not familiar, DAGDA. So for his Patreon, we're wondering about maybe a T-shirt of the month club. So stay tuned for news on that as well. So I don't really want to add anything more to my schedule, and what I really need to do, and what this crisis and my current mental health state are really making very clear to me, is that I need to be doing less, not more. I have so many ideas and so many projects that I want to actually be doing, and I know that my book work is suffering because I was trying to, I was basically splitting my available energy for writing, and I think big picture, the book stuff is where that should be going. So that's what I'm going to do with that. What I would also like to do as a bonus is I'm going to put together the stories that I have already written that haven't appeared in my first book. It's an old copy of it, but the Tales of Old Ireland Retold. Whatever hasn't appeared in the first book, I'm going to see what else I have, and maybe put that together in an ebook, or which will eventually become a published book if there's enough content, or if I do end up writing a few more stories. Not 100% sure where all that's going. So that's where I'm at the moment. And like I said, if anybody wants to leave the $3 Patreon reward that you're only here for the stories, then I would absolutely understand that as well. You'll still be getting the audio versions of the stories, but they are old stories that I'll just be reading. I'm just going to start going through the book. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do for now. Please do let me know feedback, either email me or comment below, so that other people, in the community can see what you're thinking. And I would love some feedback on this and some support if you're feeling it. I'm feeling very bad about letting people down. And I know that's my stuff, but that's where we're at. So hopefully all that makes sense to you and doesn't make you hate me. And I will see you in the next video.